All right, so there are a lot of questions about internet speed, what you can do to have faster internet access, and a lot of people think, you know, maybe I can get better equipment, maybe I can move to a better neighborhood, but what if I told you that you could actually make improvements on a statewide level? And that's actually what we're talking about today. I've got Mr. Sam Britton joining us today from the Public Service Commission,
that is
Southern
correct.
District, and today we're talking all about getting high-speed internet access for all of Mississippi, right?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on board, Hank. Whenever you turn around high-speed internet, that is so critically important for everybody. It is as important as having electricity was 100 years ago. And we have a crisis going on here in the state of Mississippi. If you're in an urban area and you have access to it, then your issue is solved. But many parts of the state, we do not have adequate service. And that includes areas, Hancock County especially, Jackson County, even Harrison. So it is an issue, and it's one that we need to address because it's going to simply come down to the haves and have-nots.
And so you and I were talking about access to broadband a minute ago. Let's talk a little bit about that. A lot of people don't realize that a majority of Mississippians actually might have trouble getting access to broadband service.
Absolutely. There is a study by the Federal Communications, FCC, that say 30% of Mississippians do not have access at all. And other studies that I've read is as high as 36 to 39%. That is a huge percentage of our population. We also need to address, when you say broadband, what does that actually mean? Some people, if they have internet access and they have 1 meg, they say they have internet, but the truth of the matter is that's very slow. Many people have 10 meg, and what we should shoot for is something like 100 meg. And some people say, well, there's no need for that. But the truth of the matter is, when you hear broadband spoken about, you ask about the speed. Are they talking about 1 meg, 10 meg, or 100 meg? Huge difference.
And so with the work that the Public Service Commission is doing and the attempt to bring that broadband service to everyone in Mississippi, what exactly can we expect to see in the future from you guys?
We are working. All 3 commissioners, this is an issue for all 3. The #1 question I get asked all the time is, can you help me get high-speed internet? It trumps the no call, and then we all get those aggravating calls, but I get more questions now about the internet service, because when you think about it, it affects our lives. It affects education. It affects business.
Indeed.
Can you imagine a business locating where they do not have internet service? And now with the education system, so many children go home and they have to have internet access to do their homework. So this is truly a huge issue.
Well, Mr. Britton, we appreciate you coming by to talk to us a little bit more about it.
Thank you,
so
Hank.
much for your time.